Very good afternoon to one and all dear students. Did you all watch the videos today's morning? Yes? Okay. Did you try to improve your self-management skills? Did you started thinking about what you have to do about yourself? That's good. Okay. So today we are discussing about self-management skills. This is what we are studying about. And morning we covered what is mean by self-management. Okay. And what are the factors coming under self-management. Okay. That is what we covered in the first session. So as I said, self-management, it means controlling yourself. Okay, you should know who you are, what are your interests, okay, what you like, what you do not like, what are your strength, weakness, everything. It's called self control. When you know about yourself, definitely you will get a control on yourself, which is called self management. Okay, so self management in the sense which involves many factors. Okay, so that also we discussed, like a self awareness, self control, self confidence, problem solving, hygiene, self motivation, positive thinking, teamwork, and time management, goal settings. So these are the factors comes involved in self management skills. Okay, and in the second session we studied about strength and weakness analysis, right? So I asked you to write your strength and weakness, right? Did you write? If not, please write it today itself, okay? And take steps today itself how to improve it, okay? If you have a strength, you have to go. You have to go for a better improvement on your strength. If you have a weakness, you have to improve yourself. So both you have to do, okay? Don't forget to write it in your notebook. That's what we have seen in the second session, that is strength and weakness analysis, okay? So this is what we have seen, and here, as I said, you should know about yourself. So yourself in a sense, don't say who you are, don't say your name, my name is Mangai, no. Not a student, not a daughter, not a son, nothing. You have to, apart from the usual characteristics, you should tell who you are. Okay, so what you like, what are your strength, weakness, you should know about yourself. When you clearly know about yourself, then definitely or automatically the self management skills will get improved, and you just compare you with others. Okay, where you are standing and where others are standing, how better you are than others, or how you are, how much you have to improve to make yourself better than others. So these are the things, analysis you have to do it. When you do it, definitely you will become a successful person in your life. Not only in school days, in your life you will become a successful person. Got it? Now we are going to cover the remaining three sessions. Okay. So that's the next topic. It's self-confidence. Okay. So what is mean by self-confidence? It's nothing but trusting yourself. Okay, you should trust yourself. When you trust yourself, definitely the confidence level will improve. You can do it. Okay. Your abilities, trusting yourself, your abilities, it's called self-confidence. Okay. There are some students, okay, they are very good in studies. They will do a very hard work, they are good in everything, but lack of confidence. They do not want to take any initiatives. So when you do not take any initiatives, or if you have a lack of confidence, then how does the teacher will understand that you have this much of abilities and hidden talents with you? It is very difficult to recognize, right? So you should always take initiatives. Okay. So you should confront. I can do it. I will do it. That is self-confidence. That is believing yourself. I can do it. So which is called self-confidence. So the students, those who are do not take initiatives so far, okay, please try to take initiatives hereafter. So what you are doing now, that will be till the end of your life. The same attitude. Okay. If your attitude it's in a different manner, please try to change it. Take initiatives. Nothing will happen. When you do the work, okay, the benefit, you only going to get the benefits. The benefit is not for anybody else. Okay. So when you take the initiatives, your self-confidence level will improve. So the next time You can do any other task better than this. So you are going to take the credit of that, and which is going to improve yourself. So whatever work you are doing, do not think that why should I do for them? Let them do. Let anybody do. No, it should not be the case. You should take initiatives and you should do it. When you take an initiative, that means you are confident. Okay, so when you do things, take initiatives and do things, definitely your self confidence level will improve and all the benefits you're going to gain. Okay, students, well, now you can see two examples. There is a boy and girl. Okay, this boy, he is not fluent in English. All his friends speak very good, classmates speak good in English, but he is very poor in English. So he avoided talking to anybody in the classroom. Okay, so he himself realized that his weakness, speaking in English, is his weakness. So what he has done, he has taken a decision to join spoken English class, and within a month or two he also got a good fluency in English. Then he started mingling with all the students and talking with all the classmates. So it is his positive attitude towards his weakness, and he has overcome from his weakness. Okay, and here this girl, she has a poor memory power. She is a very hard worker but has a very poor memory. She will forget things. So before the exam, she is studying very well, but she feels that I will lose. I do not do the exam well. That is her thought process, negative thinking. For this boy, positive thinking. He has taken a step to improve himself. This girl, negative thinking, and did not take any steps to improve herself. Okay, and with the same mentality, she went to the exam with a nervous, and she got very low scores. That's all. It's all our thinking only, positive and negative. So if you think positively and if you take a step, you will improve. If you think negatively, you will feel nervous and you have to lose something. So it's up to you. Okay. Then, so here, qualities of self-confident people. I'm going to show you video clippings of some more people and you can see what they are. Okay. Yes. Did you see who was this person? Who is this person? Yes, this is Thomas Alva Edison. Do you know who is he? Yes, he invented bulb. So do you know, did he invented bulb in the first, at the first moment? No, right? 1,000 times he got failure. You won't believe, 1,000 times he got failure. Okay, he created for 1,000 times. Every time he got failure only. But never ever he was tired of just inventing the same. Every time he got a failure, he has taken something from the failure, some good thing from the failure, what he has made wrong, then just invented this next one. Again failure. So what is wrong? Where I made a mistake. That he corrected that and created another bulb. Again mistakes. Don't think it's not a 10 or 20 times, it's 1,000 times he had a failure. But his self-confidence made him to invent a bulb. That's what we are having these amazing bulbs today. Okay, everything is colorful now. Okay, so his confidence, self-belief, he can do it. That is what made him to invent the bulb. Okay, after one or two failures, if you think that no, I can't do this, then we might have not had a bulb today, right? So his belief, self-belief, I can do it. As many failures I face it, again I want to take a next step. That is self-belief. Okay. The next thing is hard work. Okay. You can see this person. Yes, she is Deepa Karmakar. Okay, she is the first female gymnast ever to compete in Olympics. Okay, she had a problem with flat foot. Okay, so our foot are like a curve we have, right? She don't have. She has a flat foot, but still, she was the first female gymnast in Olympics. It's because of her hard work. Okay, so if she felt that I have this problem, so I can't do anything, then nothing might have happened. Her hard work that made her to reach the first female gymnast. Okay, then positive attitude. So it is what you should have, students. Positive attitude, it's nothing but focusing on the positive things even in the adversity. Okay, so whatever failure you face it, you have to just think of the positive things in that failure, and you have to think of where I have fall down, what was the mistake I made it, and you have to overcome. You should not get depressed and sit that I did not do well, I failed in this, nothing. You should overcome. Positive thinking, what I can do next. Okay, then commitment. The best example, it's our leader, the greatest leader, Mahatma Gandhi ji. His commitment, such as non-violence and satyagraha. So he followed non-violence and satyagraha. Why? To get freedom for our country, India. So his commitment, he never ever slipped from his commitment. Always non-violence and satyagraha. We got freedom today. No war, nothing. So self-belief, you can see here self-belief, hard work, positive attitude, commitment. So if you have all these things, the self-confident, it will come automatically. Okay, so believe in yourself, do a hard work, always have a positive thinking and have a commitment to your goal. Then definitely you can be a self-confident person. Got it? Got it? Okay. So how to build self-confidence? You can see here. Always appreciate achievements and accept failures. So in the exam, if you have got a first mark, you have to take the appreciation from others, your achievements. Okay. And if you have scored very less mark, you have to accept your failure. It's because of you, you did not score mark. Teacher might have said test paper today. The previous day, you might have been going for a movie or out with parents or went for any function, right? So if you're going out for something unavoidable reasons, what you have to do? You should plan yourself. So today I'm going to this place. When I come, it will take time. So tomorrow it's my test paper. So I should allot some time for my studies, even before going to the function or after coming from the function. You should not cherish the moment of going out or function, attending the function, and after coming from enjoying and sleeping. You should have a goal. I should study for the exam. If you study, definitely you will get mark. If you're not getting mark, that means you did not set your goal. So accept your failures. Okay. Then have a goal and take steps towards it. So always you should have a goal. What is your goal? So as your student, your goal should be scoring good marks. So always have a goal and work towards on it. So the first time you may go out of your goal. That means failure. So if you got a failure, if you did not score well or did not do any sports events well, what do you have to do? Okay, you have to just think about it, what way I made a mistake, and you should try to correct it and do it next time and overcome that failures. Okay, then third one, always look at the good side and be happy. Okay, and that is for example, so if you won the game with your team members, you have to celebrate, and if you do not won, just you have to cherish with us people, okay, who are very confident, and you have to talk with people who will boost you. Okay, don't go for negative side that I did not win the match, and don't just close your door, door of your room and sit inside. Just talk with people who are very expert. Just come out, cherish your moment. Okay, that is what you have to always be happy. So these are the things you should follow to be a self-confident person. Clear? Okay, then. So again, one more time we will repeat. So what are the things you have to do be a self-confident person? You should believe yourself. You should do a hard work. You should have a positive attitude and commitment to your goal. So if you have all these four things, then you can be a self-confident person. These are the qualities of self-confidence. Okay, and you can see the buildings of self-confidence. Then now let's see some factors that decreases your self-confidence. Just to learn these factors and do not go on that side, okay, which will decrease your self-confidence. The first thing, when we think we cannot do a particular work, never ever think that I can't do this work. I cannot solve this mathematical problem. I cannot study physics or a chemistry. Never ever think like that. Always think that I can do it. When you think that I can't do it, you are losing your confidence level. That is a negative thinking. Okay. No one is born in this world that they can't do anything. Everyone have their capabilities. It's you have to bring it out. So just think that this mathematical problem, I can do it. Physics, definitely I will study. Let's see, I study and show you myself. So you should not think that I cannot do a particular work. You can do a work. Just to try. Okay. Then when we keep thinking of our past mistakes and feel bad about it instead of learning from them. So one time you might have appeared for a stage performance, okay, you might have not done well. So what do you think is, so last time I appeared for that same performance, I did not do well, everyone laughed at me. So you will think that, no, that's why I'm scared, I don't want to. See, no one will think about you and what you have done in the past. And you also don't think about your past. Okay. So every time take a new step. Don't think about the past and the failures. This is a new moment. This is a new day. This is a new time. I'm just presenting this. Okay. Have a confidence in yourself and present it. Never ever think of your past and failures. That will again lead to failure. Okay. So never ever think of your past and failures. Just to take every moment as a new moment and appear yourself. Okay. Then next one. When we expect to be successful at the first attempt itself and do not try again, there are some over brilliant people will be there. Whatever they do, they want to just succeed in the first attempt. If they do not succeed, they never think of it. They never turn to that side. It should not be the case. You are trying for something for your best, and if you're not getting succeeded, never ever get depressed yourself. Okay. So you should think of what I have to do, how to improve my failure, how to overcome it. Success will not come at the first moment, like a Thomas Alva Edison, 1,000 times failures, but he never tired of inventing the bulb, right? So just take an example of Thomas Alva Edison. Okay, just try, keep on try. Definitely you will get it. Okay, then when we are surrounded by people who have a negative attitude which is reflected in their speech. This is, I would like to say. So if you know some people are always talking about the negative things, okay, bad incidents. Do not talk with them. Just try to keep quiet from them. Okay, so those who have a negative thought and negative attitude, they never bring a positive attitude in you. So don't go on that side. Okay. Always it should be a positive attitude. Those who talk positively, talk to them. You will also get a positive energy. Okay. So if somebody is always saying that I'm tired of this, I can't do this, I have seen this, he got a failure, she got a failure or something, don't listen to them. Try to avoid them. Negative attitude people. Always have in touch with the positive attitude people. Okay, so if you look at all these factors, these are the factors will decrease your self-confidence level. Try to avoid it. Okay, fine. Next comes here positive thinking. We are going to talk about positive thinking. Now, I have a question for you. Students, can you tell me which is the very smallest creature in this world? Very smallest creature. Do you know? Of course, right? Yes. What is this? What is that creature? Yes, ant. Ant is the very smallest creature. Have you ever felt that the ant is feeling bad that it is being small creature? No. Ant never considered being small as its weakness. It never felt it as being small as its weakness. What it is doing then? It is doing its work continuously, right? And so what is your weight? You may be 30 kgs or 35 or 40 kgs, right? Maximum 50 kgs. And now tell me how much weight you can lift at a time. 5 kg of weight, 10 kg weight. Okay, say for example, you are holding 10 kgs of weight. How long you can hold it? Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes hardly, right? So after that, you will say, my hand it's paining, and you will keep the things down, right? But ant can lift 20 times weight more than of its body weight. It can lift, and it can walk for a long time. Okay, so that is the attitude of the ant. Ant never felt that being small it's its weakness. Never ever thought that. Okay, it is looking at the remaining creatures, how big they are, but still it is continuing to do its work. It is not comparing him with anybody else. That is the reason ant is given as an example over here. And if you want to be an example for others, never ever think of your weakness. Okay, just think of what is your positive qualities and work towards on them. Then you will become an example for others, role model for others. For this, you need to have a positive thinking. Okay, you need to have a positive thinking. Now let's see positive thinking and its importance. Okay, so what does mean by attitude? A person's attitude can be of two types, either positive or negative. Okay, positive attitude or negative attitude. Okay, sometimes we say that his or her attitude it's not good, right? What does that mean? So negative attitude in the sense people they won't accept their mistakes. They will behave rudely. Okay, if we say something, so you're not supposed to do that, they won't accept. They will think that what they have done, it's a right one. They don't have a mindset to accept their weakness. Okay, so that is what we say that bad attitude. Okay, and some of them have a very good attitude. Okay, if anybody it's just giving any feedback or suggestions, they will accept it and they will try to work on the same. That means they have a positive attitude. Now, how many of you tell me, how many of you have a positive attitude and how many of a negative attitude? Just think about yourself. If anybody says anything to you, okay, how many of you will give a backward answers? Or how many of you will accept your mistakes and try to correct yourself? If you accept your mistakes and try to correct yourself, that means you have a positive attitude. And if you can't accept what others are telling about you, that means it's a negative attitude you have to overcome. Okay. See, the negative attitude, those who have a negative attitude, do not think that what others will think about you. Okay. What others will think about you. No one will think about you for hours and hours. Okay. So those who have a stage fear, what is your problem? You feel that if I speak something wrong on the stage, others will laugh at you. Okay, is that your problem? What others will think about you, right? That is a negative attitude. Okay, so everyone have their own business. No one will just keep you in your mind and think about you. Maybe for that moment they may think that okay, she has made a mistake here. The next second they will forget about it. Have you ever thought of anybody have made a mistakes and thinking of hours and hours? No, right? You just feel it for 1 second or 1 minute. After that, you will continue your work. So no one in this world will think about you, think about your mistakes. They will forget about it. Even if they are thinking, no problem, let them think, they are wasting their time. Okay, so don't think about others. You just think about yourself. Yes, I have made mistakes. I have to correct it. What teacher said it's right. What my parents said it's correct. They are telling for my betterment. So I have to correct myself. That means it's a positive attitude. So students, those who have a negative attitude, please try to change it. Okay, it's not a big deal. If anybody is saying something to you, just accept, just listen to them. Don't get angry. Just listen to them. Be calm. Don't try to raise. Okay, if let it be a teacher or your parents or brothers, sisters, or whoever says something to you, okay, just think the truth in what they say. Okay, the teachers and parents never ever will tell you something wrong. They always tell something for your goodness only. So accept the truth and try to overcome that. When you have that mind, positive attitude, then definitely you will overcome all the challenges and you will become a very successful person in life. Got it? So what is this positive attitude requires from a person? So if you need a positive attitude, you have to look at only good things, good in the particular thing. Only goodness, not any bad things. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to observe. Okay, so if you have scored a less mark, okay, you should just think about it. I have scored good in another subject but less in this subject. Why is it so? It is because of lack of interest. So try to create an interest by yourself, motivate yourself. I can do it, I can study this subject well, I can solve this mathematical problems. So observe how they are done. Okay, understand it and work patiently to improve yourself. So these are the things required to improve your positive attitude. Okay, so you have to look at only good things, okay, and observe, okay, understand and patiently work towards improving yourself. And never ever worry about the bad things, whatever happen. You also don't worry about it and don't think that what others will think about you. No one have a time to think about you. Okay, got it? They will forget everything because everyone have their own problems. They have own n number of works to do. So in their busy schedule, no one will talk about you or think about you. If they are doing, just least bother about it. Okay. Then next, when you have a positive thinking, you will see good results from you. Like you will overcome from your challenges, making you do well or making you an energetic individual. Okay. When you have a positive attitude, when you started working on your weakness, you will become an energetic individual. Okay, you never become a lazy and helping you to get better at work. Okay, so you will be better in your work, studies and everything, and it will make you happy and people around you happy. So when you have a positive attitude, definitely we can see some changes in your face. So good changes. So when your parents see that, they will also feel happy, right? Yes, that is what. So always have a positive attitude. Never ever think that what others will think about me. If somebody is giving a feedback, accept. Because you have done something wrong. That's the reason teachers or parents are giving advice to you. Okay, and asking questions to you. Just to think why it happened. Yes, it is my mistake. Accept. Okay, try to overcome. Solve it. Instead of don't try to find the faults of others. Okay, all right. So we can get rid of this negative attitude. There is a way you can. How do you keep your thinking positive? There are many ways you can make your thinking positive. One of the best way is keep smiling. Okay, so do you see smile? So the smile word has abbreviation for each and every letter. Let's see what is that. Start, S means start your day in a positive way. So when you wake up in the morning, okay, so do some exercise, okay, read newspaper, and if you're watching something that should motivate you. Do not go for any negative things, okay. Morning exercise, okay, reading newspaper, watching something motivating, talking to people, those who have a positive attitude. So that is the way you have to start your day. So every day, once you wake up, try to do some exercise. Fine? Okay. Manage time to relax. So how do you manage your time to relax? Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, you can do exercise. Otherwise, the best thing is you can just do some yogas. Learn some yogas, 1 or 2 yogas, especially breathing exercise. Okay. So when you breathe yourself, you will understand yourself. And you should concentrate on how you are breathing. Every day do the same. Once after you wake up in the morning, okay, just brush your teeth and fresh up. Then refresh yourself. And after that, do some exercise and then yoga. Very simple, not for a long time. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes you do it. So when you do the exercise, now you can do one exercise, okay? It's a breathing exercise. And I want to ask you a question. All of you, just take your hand, okay? Take your hand and keep it in your stomach. Can you do it, all of you? Sit straight. Yes, all of you sit straight. Done? Okay. Okay, your hand, okay, your palm, this full should be in your stomach. Close your eyes. Now take a deep breath. Hold it. Release. Yes, do it one more time. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Release. Now, tell me, what did you feel in your hand? You just kept your hand in your stomach, right? What did you feel? When you breathe in, what happened? The stomach, was it went inside or outside? For how many of you it went inside? Did you realize? No? If not, try one more time. Close your eyes. Breathe again. Deep breathe. With a smile, okay? Hold it. Then release. Open your eyes and see. So when you breathe in, what happened to your stomach? Was it coming outside or it went inside? How many of you it went inside? Really? Okay, for how many of you it went outside, the stomach come outside? Yes, that's good. Students, normally when you breathe in, you are taking the air, right? The air is getting inside your lungs and which is going to the stomach. So the stomach, it's getting filled with air. So when you blow the balloon, what happens? It becomes bigger, right? Likewise, when you breathe in, the stomach comes outside. When you breathe out, the air comes out. So it shrinks, the stomach goes inside. So you should feel what is happening in your body. Okay, that is a relaxation. So you should know how each and every parts of a body functions. That is what says manage time to relax. So when you start doing this breathing exercise, okay, at least 10 to 15 minutes you should do. When you do it, definitely you will get relaxed by yourself and the whole day will be very smooth. Please try that, okay, and let me know. If you feel good, you can just definitely message me and let me know. Okay. Then third letter, I. Imagine the best in any situation. Imagine the best. So maybe so many bad things may happen in your life, but you have to always think of the best situations in your life. Okay. How did you enjoy? Okay. Maybe one bad thing, another good thing may happen. Never ever think of the bad things. Always cherish your mood with the good things. That is what imagine the best in any situation. Then learn, S-M-I-L. L means learn to make feedback in a positive way. This is I already explained, right? So positive attitude, if anybody is giving a feedback to you, accept. Why they are giving? If I'm giving you a feedback, does it mean that I have a revenge on you? I don't like you? No, right? I'm just giving a feedback to make you, bring you better in your life. So listen, because we all teachers have experienced teachers, right? So whatever we say, just listen, okay? And just work accordingly. Try to improve yourself. That is what learn to make feedback in a positive way. Then express gratitude. So gratitude means you have to be very thankful. So whoever helped you in your bad situations, or maybe they helped you in any way, so you should be very very thankful to them. That is what express gratitude. So this is the abbreviation for SMILE. Start, manage, imagine, learn and express. Is it clear for everyone? Okay. So this is the fourth session, positive thinking. Positive thinking, positive attitude. Is it clear for everyone? That's good, students. Cherish, always keep a smiling face. Never ever think of the bad things. What happened in your life? Be alert. Nothing bad thing should happen in your life. So you work on that. Okay. So that is positive attitude we have seen. Let's go to the next topic.